It's Thursday, October 10th. Welcome to Calpocalypse 2019. We've been talking about this for a long time on the Blanco Lirio channel. By the way, my name's Juan Brown. We've been talking about California's unsustainable legacy. And today, it's in the national news. The largest safety power outage in California history is on. Nearly 800,000 customers' power has been shut off or will be shut off, affecting over 2 million people here in California at a cost of nearly $2 billion for 2 days worth of power outage. This power outage could extend up to 5 days depending upon where you are located here in Northern California. So you can see a little bit of the wind here in the background today. This is the reason for the PG&E power shortage, power outage. According to PG&E, it's a preemptive safety outage to prevent wildfires from being sparked by high winds, arcing the power lines and creating a wildfire. But this story has huge implications. The politicians in California are stunned and shell-shocked at the widespread nature of this and the seething outrage that's boiling up throughout the entire state over this entire debacle. And if you look at the mainstream media, this morning I saw New York Times, LA Times, Washington Post, they're immediately jumping on the climate change bandwagon without understanding the fundamentals of the problem here, that this is primarily a man-made problem, as we've discussed many times on this channel, regarding aging infrastructure, failure to maintain aging infrastructure. The same story is over at the Oroville Dam of the last couple of years, and the same story with the ignition source for the devastating Camp Fire, which occurred about this time. We're coming up on the first year anniversary. Meanwhile, our governor here in the state of California has spent Wednesday signing a bill that outlaws tiny plastic shampoo bottles in hotels. That's right, it is now effective 2024. It'll be a $500 fine for the first offense, a $2,000 fine for the second offense for hotel owners if they are caught dispensing small plastic shampoo bottles. Unbelievable. The state of California today. Stay tuned for a detailed report. The power outage started yesterday, Wednesday, with 500,000 customers' power turned off, and today there are up to 730 customers without power. This affects 34 counties statewide. The PG&E has set up 17 community resource centers throughout the state in various counties. These resource centers are open during daylight hours only and offer water, bathrooms, and electricity. This power outage is flowing from the north part of the state to the south part of the state following the weather pattern and the winds, and power is already being restored to some portions of the north state. This power outage will last at least 48 hours for most people and maybe up to 5 days for many people. The problem with these power outages, these planned ones, is each mile of power line has to be inspected by PG&E before that line is re-energized. It's the inspection of these lines that's going to take the longest amount of time to getting power restored to all the customers. Meanwhile, if another wind event crops up in a day or a couple days or a couple weeks from now, we got to go through this whole process again. So far, the wind event here in the foothills areas has yielded winds of maybe 12 to 15 miles an hour. And in the valleys, they've had, in the Sacramento Valley, where there is ostensibly no timber, the winds have gotten considerably stronger. On the east side of the valley, 25 or so miles per hour. It's the winds aloft that are the strongest, and at the mountain peaks, there have been some recorded wind gusts as high as 60 miles an hour. But those winds aloft are staying aloft and are not coming down into the foothills at a high velocity at this time. The winds on top of some of the peaks in the wine country or the coastal range were reported upwards of 40 and 50 miles an hour up on top of Mount Diablo and Mount St. Helena. There's only one major wildfire working here in the Northern California at this time, and it's not that big. It's 4,500 acres. The Bryceburg fire near Yosemite. It was 15% contained, and they'll get a new assessment on that containment figure this morning. Here's what the Bryceburg fire looks like from Nevada County Airport. Out of the 4,400 acres, one structure was lost. Yosemite National Park remains open. Here at Blanco Lirio headquarters in Nevada City, we're in good shape. Day 2 of the power outage. We've got a little Honda 2200 15 amp generator that powers primarily the refrigerator. And I've got a light in the kitchen so I can find the refrigerator, and it powers all the equipment we need to stay on the air. And we've got Verizon 4G providing all the wireless service we need. The water is city water, gravity feed, that's all good. And gas, city gas, keeps the fireplace warm. Gas fireplace. And I'll have an update on the run on generators at Sierra Motorsports in downtown Grass Valley in this update. So let's go into town now and see what's going on. Come on, baby. So now I gotta get some more fuel for the generator, and there's one place I know that's got fuel, and that's up at the airport. Those airplanes have over 70 gallons of avgas in them, and it'll drain right out. No electricity required. I just want to point up here, these power lines have been upgraded with the new insulated heavy-duty power lines, and the trees cut back to the required distance, but just around the corner, they have not. And this is the example around the corner where these power lines have not been upgraded. They are still uninsulated, and the trees have not been completely cut back to the new requirements. So I had to tap into the Blanco Lirio Global Petroleum Reserves here in the mighty Luscombe to get some more emergency generator fuel for headquarters. As we came back from our motorcycle ride there yesterday, we had to decant all the gas that was in the motorcycles into Jenny's vehicle as she was nearly out of gas, because she had to drive some 60 miles out of here to get gas in Sacramento. So now I've got weeks worth of gas waiting for me here in the mighty Luscombe. A lot of folks around here only have enough gas for their generators to last them a day or two. This is going to take longer than a day or two to recover from. Now let me show you what else is going on here at the airport. This is a report I did for our local newspaper. Pretty interesting. Check it out.
That's what the out of gas sign was all about.
I didn't even saw it, I just saw him.
Okay.
Oh boy.
To get the gate shut again.
Yeah, and that's another problem. The electric gate doesn't work. Juan Brown up here at Nevada County Airport with a quick update on the fuel situation and the power outage here in Nevada County in Northern California. Nevada County Airport has secured a generator to run the fuel island here at the airport, and they, up until now, have offered the ability for you to get fuel for your generators only here at the airport, either here at the fuel island or there at the truck. That's 100 octane avgas. Well, just this morning they sold another 1,000 gallons of fuel, and so they've put a stop to the sales of fuel at this time, Thursday morning, and are anticipating another load of fuel, about 8,000 or so gallons, not until tomorrow morning, Friday morning. So fuel avgas, 100 octane avgas for your generators won't be available here again at Nevada County Airport until tomorrow, Friday morning, say around 10 a.m. or so, if that truck arrives. The airport's got to keep a reserve of fuel here in the fuel truck for airplanes. Now let's talk about the fuel needed for the air tankers. The Cal Fire air tankers, they run on Jet A fuel, completely different grade of fuel. The Jet A tanks are full up here at the airport. The Jet A fuel truck is full of fuel, so there's plenty of Jet A fuel for the Cal Fire operations and the PG&E helicopters, which are going to be based up here starting Friday and Saturday. The PG&E helicopters will be up here inspecting the lines. Remember, all 50,000 miles or however long it is power lines throughout the state need to be inspected before power is reapplied to those lines. So that's the story here at Nevada County Airport. See you here. Meanwhile, over here at Cal Fire, things are pretty quiet. There was a major structure fire earlier today here in Nevada County. But other than that, nice and quiet. Winds are calming down. But now I'm hearing they're going to extend the red flag warning into Friday. Here at Robinson Timber, one of the few places still able to get gas. The gas line wraps all the way around the block. The tiny little Nevada City Gas has gas today, and that line's wrapped all the way around the block. Here at Junk Food Junction, the lights are all out, stop signs are out, and the stores are all closed. No gas. There they go. Tempers flaring. Plenty of parking in downtown Nevada City today. Ghost town, ain't it? Yeah. Everything's closed. Parking meters are free. UPS and the post office is still able to operate. Still moving the mail. Hauling the freight. Here at SPD Market in Nevada City, the parking lot's pretty much empty. They've been without power now for 2 days, and the food is starting to spoil. Ben Painter, owner of the store, has no generator capability at this store to keep his produce cold. So he's been giving a lot of it back to the community here for free, because it's just going to go to waste otherwise. SPD Market slammed by the power outage. Not in 60 years have I ever seen anything like this. We're used to power outages up here for weather-related events, usually less than 24 hours, no problem for the store to handle. But 2 days without power, or going on 2 days, just doesn't work. Now let's see what's happening over at Sierra Motorsports. One of the proud sponsors of the Blanco Lirio network, Jerry Sierra Motorsports.
Yay!
You immediately sold out of generators yesterday at noon?
We lasted a day and a half. Tuesday, we were out Wednesday, about noon.
Wednesday at noon. The power went out on Wednesday.
Middle of the night, Tuesday morning, 3:30.
And so the shelves over there are empty for generators. Those are water pumps above. And what's going on in the service shop?
Just a lot of generators that people brought out and thought they were going to run, but they didn't. And some ran for a while, and then failed on them. So we've got a variety of problems. We had a couple generators that were brought in. The lady filled them up at the gas station, and they had diesel in them.
Ooh.
Obviously diesel, yeah.
Does not work.
The sad thing is she filled the car up too. So.
She didn't get very far.
Chaos, all kinds of stuff going on. It's a disaster. It really is.
Man, I was just over at SPD. Ben Painter, he's losing everything.
Oh yeah, everywhere.
Yeah.
The frozen burritos at the gas station are gone.
Yeah, they're still.
Yeah.
But you guys are open.
We're open.
And you got your generator running the store, and it's plugged in to power the whole place.
Yeah, we have a transfer switch over there. So we're disconnected from PG&E's pole, and we actually have this big, huge extension cord outside. We're running at about maybe 2,500 watts to maybe 3,500. It's capable of 7,000 watts, but we're trying to save on fuel. That's another thing. People are out of gas cans, extension cords. You name it. If it's used to power a house, Huge lines down at Robinson Timber for their fuel.
Yep.
Nevada City Gas at the end of Zion, the beginning of Sacramento Street. They've got a line. They've got gas. They've got an old Champion generator plugged into the side of the gas.
That's how they got it going, huh?
I guess,
Generator power.
Yeah, so it's just been tough for everybody.
Yeah. Wow.
The airport was saying, I heard on KVMR.
Yeah, we were just up there. Let me give you the update on that.
Yeah.
What did they say on KVMR?
That there weren't really any lines, that it was $4.70 a gallon.
Right. So they ran out of 100 octane.
Yeah. So
the last 1,000 gallons went today. We'll have another load of fuel at the airport tomorrow, available for sale for generators.
Yeah.
100 octane.
It's like we've been getting calls. All the other places have been getting calls. We probably have about 40 generators on hand. Everybody's out. People are driving.
You mean you had 40 generators?
We had,
and then boom, out the door they went.
Yeah. We've got another order. We got 2 orders coming in,
when will they be
but we
in?
don't know when. When the truck gets here, I'll know, and then I'll know when I open it up what I'm going to get.
Yeah.
And then also the guys that we need to get these generators out of the box, serviced up, make sure they're good. Those are the guys in the back fixing the dead generators.
So you're out of staff to
We're
keep it all
staffed for the
rolling.
worst and hoping for the best.
Oh man.
So Lon, if you're not doing anything,
Yeah, it might give me a third job over here. I'm
There
going
you
to take
go.
you up on that.
bring Pete. He can stack
Okay.
cardboard.
Okay. Child labor laws need not apply.
You didn't hear that.
That's right. Excellent. Thanks, Jerry. Thanks for the update.
Yep.
All right. Jerry has a good tip about my strategic petroleum reserve supply up at the airport. 100 octane in generators.
Not real good. Burns a little too hot. Inverted generators. We've had customers run that thinking that it was the thing to do, and we have actually had the inverters taken out, burned up
For the heat.
from the heat.
Heat of running,
Airplane gas for airplanes.
I thought I was on to something.
Your Honda generator will run on anything in an emergency, but premium is what we recommend, but get what you can get.
Yep. All right. Thanks, Jerry. So we'll give you another update tomorrow on this man-made emergency here in Northern California. Thanks again for your support of this channel and your support especially on Patreon. See you tomorrow. Once again, thanks to our sponsors, Santa Barbara Chocolate, Santa Barbara, California, Sierra Motorsports, Grass Valley, California, Honda dealer, and your support on Patreon.